Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for taking the time, especially on a Tuesday afternoon. I call it Positive Tuesday, as everyone knows, which I completely made up. I just want to say, number one, we're doing this on a Tuesday because of the holiday weekend, and then, of course, New Year's Eve and New Year's Day weekend coming up right after. So we think it's so important, number one, to have Coach Chris on with us, right, as one of the top consultants not tied to any specific carrier, to go over the quarter 4 overview review. We do this every single quarter with Coach Chris. And the main reasoning is we want to make sure that all of our agents are kept in the loop with all of our top companies, sales ideas, strategies, what's going on inside and outside of the market. And if you're a brand new annuity agent with us, maybe you're writing your first app now, that's okay. If you're a veteran with us, we love that as well. And I feel that everyone will walk away with nuggets after you listen to Coach Chris speak. And I also think it's important to kind of keep your finger on the pulse on the industry and what's hot, what's not, what's coming in 2024, which is around the corner. So, we hear these VPs, our carrier VPs, right? They come on maybe every other week or once a month, whatever it is. And we talk about their highlights, their top products, riders, etc. And yes, some of them are wonderful. In fact, most of them are wonderful. And we learn a lot from our carrier VPs, but at the end of the day, they have a vested interest in that specific company. So I love getting the 100-foot overview with Chris, because once again, he's looking at the industry as a whole instead of a certain product by a certain carrier. So please make sure you pay attention. Okay, yes, we're going to email this recording out. We'll probably send it out over the holiday weekend. But if you're with us live here today on Tuesday, make sure you're asking questions, comments, feedback. We want to hear from every single person on this call. We build these presentations around you, around our agent feedback. So please jump in, feel free. If we don't get back to you this second in real time, we will circle back as soon as we hang up right before 4 p.m. Eastern time. Okay, but it is important that we hear from you. Plus, we want to make sure you're on and paying attention until the end, because we're giving away an Apple iWatch. Okay, so this is a big one today because of the holiday season. We also want you staying on until the end, so that's a big part of it. But I'm going to ask a question of the day. You have to answer first and correct, and then we announce your name at the end, and then we'll mail the Apple iWatch. In fact, you should have it right by Christmas. So timing couldn't be better. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to jump in. We have a lot of updates, changes here at Levenson and Associates, and of course with our top core carriers. We're going to talk about as well some new incentives, training programs, all the above. Let's jump right into our first slide. And what I want to do now is talk about the biggest event of the year for Levenson, and that is our annual Agent Expo. So we're going to have 2 annuity carriers present at the Expo speaking, and then we'll have a booth. And then, as you know, we do an agent roundtable. In fact, some of the agents sell both life and annuity, and one specifically focuses more on annuity. So lots and lots of nuggets from our expo as well. Make sure you write down that day in front of you, April 12th, and make sure you register literally this afternoon, because we are capped at 300 agents in that and that's the biggest room they have. So we cannot even go 2 people over, okay, because it's a fire code issue. So make sure you register as soon as we hang up. It's free, okay, for all active Levenson agents. And then here's the best part. If you scroll down to the bottom, and by the way, that screenshot, that ocean with the pier that you're looking at, that is a picture from the beachfront resort where the expo is held. So we didn't just find some stock photo sitting somewhere. Now, the best part is on the bottom. So starting at $30,000 a premium, 1 free night at our oceanfront resort. $60,000 includes round trip airfare and one free night, and then $70,000, two free nights plus round trip airfare. And the annuity premium is weighted in with the life premium. So you can write only life, only annuity, or a combination of the two. So either way, we want you to qualify. I believe the annuity premium is 5%. But make sure you get in those applications now. And then, like I said, even if you're brand new with us, you haven't written an app yet, no problem. This is free for you. We do a breakfast the day of, snacks, a lunch on the ocean. Just a great day, 100% complimentary, but you got to get in before we reach 300 agents. Very important. Let's keep moving forward. What I want to do next is talk about something we put together this year, and it's a huge deal. So we, number one, sat down for months and months and months with our annuity team, and we pretended that we were an agent out on the field, right? We have our agent hat on, and we said, okay, let's say for our life agents who've never written an annuity before, but they know rates are on fire, commissions are great, and underwriting is seamless, right? And we want to make more money. Okay. So we put our heads together and laid out a training platform called the Levenson Annuity 101 platform. So you have to have a user ID and a password to get access, and it's free, by the way, as long as you're active with us. And it basically holds your hand and goes through a complete A to Z 101 training course. Okay, again, 100% complimentary. So we launched that a few months back, and now we're launching the part two. Okay, so we're going to give you the 100-foot overview on all the training around the various types of annuity products, suitability, fact finding, and closing the sale. That's going to be our part two. We're rolling that out on the 5th of January, so just a few weeks away. But make sure you're on that webinar, and then right after the webinar, you'll get free access to the part one and part two, or if you're already in the part one, you'll see the part two light up when you're in the dashboard. So very cool stuff. And again, we are going to make this bigger and better for 2024 with even a part three we're already talking about as we speak. So this is very cool and exclusive to you. Think about this too. If you have a downline of agents, right? Maybe they're writing a bunch of life business and you want to get them up and running on the annuity side, right? We can set them up in the Annuity 101 training as well. So use that as a hook. Use that as your sizzle when you're out there recruiting and marketing. Okay, very important stuff. And this is just part of our value add by working with Levenson. Let's keep moving forward. What I want to do next is talk about some exclusive incentives. Yes, the carriers have incentives, especially year end, right? In fact, I don't know of a carrier that doesn't have an incentive going on right now. But above and beyond that, Levenson has our own incentives that we put together. Okay, and we make it very, very easy. Again, we put ourselves in your shoes and say, okay, not you got to write $10 million of annuities and you got a free Yeti cup with our logo imprinted on the side. No, we make this very achievable, very simple. Okay, top left-hand side. This starts January 1st of the new year, and it's simple. Simply write $750,000 in MIGA premium, and you'll qualify from these rewards below. You get option 1 or 2. You get to pick. Very easy, and we give this away at the Expo Live, okay? Right-hand side, this is our MAP program. This runs 24/7. It gives you a chance to let us pay for all of your marketing, your leads. If you do seminars, webinars, you name it, we pay for it. Obviously, you have to hit those minimum levels, okay, to qualify, and then, boom, you are in. This is for all agent level producers. Okay, let's keep moving forward. What I want to do now is talk about, we added some new carriers, and I want to explain, and this is important for you all to understand, especially, and I'm not going to name any names, but there's been a few agencies, I don't even know if I would call them that have like this pyramid structure, and there's lawsuits going on and slander suits and all this stuff, you name it. You have to understand when you're working with an IMO, I don't care if it's us or if it's, we have in fact 3 other IMOs in our same city, literally. you need to make sure that that IMO is a true IMO and they work directly with the carriers, and there's not 18 layers in between you and the GA and then another 12 between the GA and the MGA and 6 more between the MGA and the IMO, which is horrible because by the time you get your commissions and the service, everything suffers. Okay, and you have to be agent of record. So we are a true IMO. We are direct with these 36 direct IMO contracting carriers. Very important stuff. We have Ivexus on the bottom left. That's a new core carrier of ours. And then you will see all of the other companies in front of you. What I also want to say is if you're appointed with another IMO with one of these companies, you want to move it over to us, we can do that most of the time with a release or no business or both. Okay. And you can make sure you utilize cash for contracting or leads for contracting. Okay, very, very important. So let's say you want to take advantage of the 101 platform, the MAPS incentive. Move those contracts over. We'll help you do that. And then you get free access to everything. Real fast, bottom right-hand side, we have Josh, Ashley, and RJ who make up our annuity team. And then Melissa handles the admin side. It's funny, we started with one person about 9 years ago. Today we have 4 dedicated just on the annuity side and growing from this point on. Now we have 26 employees in 4 different states for life and annuity. So things are getting bigger and better. And again, it's because of you all. We'd never, ever, ever be in this spot without each and every one of you listening now on this telephone call, this webinar. Okay? Very important. You send in an app, it literally makes our day. And I'm not kidding. We have bells here that we ring. It's a big deal, just like the old times, okay? Latest technology, old school customer service. Let's keep moving forward real fast. Why use Levenson on the annuity side, right? Simple question. Well, we have a simple answer and answers on the right-hand side with a list of bullets. So what we're going to do is we will email this out in our thank you email that every single attendee will receive in their inbox before we leave tonight. But this is huge. Most IMOs out there, if they're a true IMO, by the way, okay, yes, they offer a contract. And yes, they might have a person to speak to once in a while, right, when they're not on the golf course. Well, my promise to you, 9 to 6 p.m., we have someone here that's going to jump on the phone on top of the latest technology, sales platforms, co-op lead programs, you name it, it's all on the right-hand side. Let's keep moving forward real fast. What I want to do now is introduce a personal friend of mine who, in my opinion, is one of the top annuity consultants in this country. Coach Chris is going to take the wheel, and please write down these notes and comments. I want you to walk away with nuggets by the time we wrap up at 4 p.m. Eastern time. Chris, are you there, buddy?
I'm here, Bill.
Okay,
thank you so much for having me. As always, thank you guys so much for having me here at Levenson and Associates. Always great to do these quarterly webinars with you. So really, from the bottom of my heart, you guys trusting me to talk to your agents and everything really does mean a lot. So thanks again. Looking forward to this holiday season, folks. It has been an outstanding year here in 2023. And, I know when you have over 100 people on a webinar, you're going to have a mixed bag. You're going to have a lot of people who are green with annuities. You're going to have a lot of folks who are very seasoned in annuities. You might have $10, $20 million producers on this call. So I want to make sure we have something for everyone. And what makes all of this interesting is what's in store for 2024. I mean, we've had the best year in fixed annuities ever. We've had agents that I've spoken to who have never touched an annuity before or suddenly doing $500,000 without even putting any effort into it. It's amazing. It's like some of these things are falling into their lap. And you can only do that by being prepared and knowing what tools you have and just looking at the things that Bill had available for you just then. My goodness. The support system you have there with Ashley, Josh, RJ, but those marketing tools, that MAP program, so much opportunity here to really get going with annuities here in 2024. And I'm going to share some reasons why this is a crucial time to get going with these products if you haven't already. So folks, we're covering a few things here: the current market, current annuity trends, fixed index annuity trends here in this industry, and then some products and ideas to drive your sales. As Bill said before, I'm not tied to any carrier whatsoever. I want to make sure you have some options and ideas that you walk away with multiple carriers, and then even seeing some of those incentives that are in store for you next year. Bill said it. They have incentives on the Levenson side. There are carrier incentives as well. I'm going to share a few of them that have already been released at the same time. But real fast, folks, let's talk about this current market here. Because if you're me, you're looking at this market, the market is doing outstanding. This is as of yesterday. That is the year-to-date number there on the S&P 500. You're at 4,700. It's even higher today. The market's gone even higher today, but you're at, I think it says 24% increase year-to-date in the S&P 500. And just look at that chart go. It is extremely impressive. It is a great time right now to be a saver. It's a great time right now to be a saver. If you have money that you can set aside, if your clients have money that they can set aside, it's an excellent time to be able to save some money right now. It's a difficult time if you're paycheck to paycheck. It just is. That's just the reality of the situation. On the flip side of the coin, you have high yield savings accounts. You have bonds, you have treasury notes, you have high rates in CDs. You have these annuity options that we're about to go into. You have so many different ways, not to mention this equities market that's right in front of your screen right here, showing that 24% increase in the S&P 500 year to date. That is so valuable that you're seeing here. So folks, the market is high. No matter where you stand, it's a great time to be a saver because of all the different tools you have to your advantage. I'm still going to show why annuities here are a great tool for many clients as well. But where's this market going? If there's one thing I can guarantee you, it's that no one knows where this market is going. That is just the absolute truth. I read this stuff every single day. There is no one who can tell you what this market is going to do. And if you actually Google it, it might make your head spin. What's the S&P going to do in 2024? I mean, you look at this article that just came out. This gentleman says the indications are showing an economic downturn. You're seeing that quite often. You're seeing that there could be a big market correction happening here very soon. I've seen some articles that say you could see the S&P 500 drop by 20 to 25%, which is kind of interesting considering it's up 24% here year to date. Am I right? So you're seeing a lot of talk about an economic downturn here. You're starting to see layoffs happen at big corporations, especially in tech jobs. You're starting to see those layoffs happen here this month. You're starting to see those things. Bill Gross, though, here you had Bill Gross. Bill Gross is owner of a big equities firm. He sees a recession by year end. Now, that was back in October of 2023. He saw a recession happening by year end. So that was obviously incorrect because you have the market just shooting through the roof right now, setting new highs in both the Dow and the S&P 500. And then you see an article like this that was just published yesterday. Goldman already raised its 2024 forecast. Market is going to surge. S&P 500 is going to 5,100. Folks, the only point I'm trying to make here is that no one knows. No one has a crystal ball. No one's sure what's going to happen. Does it make sense that we could see a bit of market volatility next year? It absolutely does. You're seeing interest rate cuts likely happening. I think they mentioned that you're going to actually see rate cuts happen, as many as 3 happen next year. Now that could affect CD rates, that could affect mortgages, that could affect annuity rates as well, which is why I feel like it's such a great time to jump on these conversations with your client right now. You could see the market shooting upwards. You could see an economic downturn happening. Gauge how your clients feel. Talk to your clients about how they're feeling about everything. I guarantee you, more than likely, they are wanting to protect some of their money. And that's where fixed annuities can come into play. And that has really been the conversation all year. Look at these numbers here. Strong performances in FIAs, fixed rate annuities, drive robust overall sales results in the third quarter of this year. Folks, I'm going to focus on this little box right here on the right-hand side. Total annuity sales jumped 11% in the third quarter of 2023. Those RILA sales up 19%. Fixed index annuities experience highest quarterly sales results in history. Folks, second highest quarterly sales results in history. Clients understand the needs for these products. Now, one thing we are seeing we're seeing a lot of MIGA sales right now, right? It's not surprising that you're going to see a whole lot of those multi-year guarantee sales happening. I mean, folks, haven't we seen rates out there like 6% for 5 years, 6.15% for 5 years from Athene just recently? I mean, why wouldn't you want to do that? Why take the risk with a fixed index annuity when you can get a guaranteed 6.15%? I think the tables are turning on that a little bit. Some of you on this call, if you're already producing and selling annuities, you might have noticed that a lot of your sales are MIGAs this year instead of fixed index annuities. I know it said FIA sales are very high right now, but a lot of folks have been selling MIGAs. And what do we know about MIGAs to be true? Yeah, you have guaranteed rates for your client, but aren't those commissions cut in half compared to what you would get with a fixed index annuity? Maybe even more so. I really believe this is the time to sell even more fixed indexed annuities, and that's what we're going to spend a lot of time talking about here going into 2024. And folks, look at this article here. This is from earlier this year, but annuity sales on steady positive trajectory through 2027. If you're not in this industry now, if you haven't fully dove in to fixed index annuity sales, you need to be, because you are on a positive trajectory all the way through 2027 right now. The time is now to get involved. So as I mentioned, we're going to talk about a few products here. MIGA rates, they are still very high. They're not where they were about a month, maybe 2 months ago. We have seen a little bit of a drop. That also happens with annuity carriers, because when they've received a lot of that cash coming in, they kind of cut off the spigot, if you will, for the rest of the year. So you still have some outstanding rates out there. I mean, look at this, folks. I did the last Levenson webinar in June, and I mean, that 1-year rate was at 4%. Now it's at 5% there with GCU, an A- rated company. Look at those 2-year, 3-year rates that are available out there. These are with A-rated companies. That 5-year rate is still available in Nassau at 6%. And then if your client really wants to lock in 6%, they can do that with Equitrust on that 10-year MIGA. So folks, MIGA rates are still outstanding. They're still fantastic. There's a lot of reasons to look at these products. Probably the biggest advantage over those CDs or those high yield savings accounts would be that benefit of tax deferral. And you have to have that conversation. I'm sure Bill will be talking about that in his Annuity 101 course, the benefits of that tax deferral. You have a client say, look, why should I go with this MIGA when my bank is giving me 5%? Well, you're not getting the benefit of tax deferral and compounding interest on top of interest on top of interest. That CD, you're going to have to pay taxes on those gains every single year. Same with that high yield savings account, or if you're put your money in SPACs and through a Fidelity account or something of that nature, you're going to have to pay taxes on that money. Here, you get to defer those taxes until a later date, and you can see some outstanding rates available right there. Folks, let's look at some annuity news here, though, and I want to spend a minute talking about these benefits, because I think for a lot of clients, if they are looking at annuities and you're showing them a 5-year rate at 6% with a multi-year guarantee, what's going to be your commission on a product like that? Let's say anywhere from 2 to 3%, because it's a 5-year MIGA. That's just where those commissions are. You really want to take a look at these index products, but you also need a differentiator, right? You need a reason for your client to look at these index products. You need a reason for them to say, look, that makes a lot more sense than getting just a 5 or 6% guaranteed rate. That's where features like the Elevation and the Elevation Plus can really help you. And this is with a company called EQT Life. And Bill, I know you guys are big fans of EQT. You guys have done a lot of business over there. These riders have really taken off, and it's on the Teton and Teton bonus product. And look at some of these features that you're getting by adding the Elevation and Elevation Plus riders. So basically, folks, you have the Teton product at EQT. And the Teton product is an accumulation-focused indexed annuity. And what you can do for an added charge is you can add the Elevation or the Elevation Plus rider. And that can give you features like better free withdrawals from years 2+. It can give you a life events withdrawal, first in the market caregiver benefit, and an even higher premium bonus. We're going to go over that here in just a moment on what those premium bonuses look like. And you can see it's all for a spread of either 50 basis points or 1%, and the spread will never take the account value backwards. Never take the account value backwards. We're going to touch on that here in just a moment. But what I just said is that you have to make a differentiator for yourself. If everyone else is looking at MIGAs and we know those commissions are less than index products, look at the premium bonuses you can offer your client. If we're really going to see a big drop in the market next year, this is something you need to be aware of. If the market does drop 15%, 20%, your client sees these kinds of losses in the market, you need to know about these bonuses. Or if your client's an early thinker and they're like, listen, yeah, I need to be looking at a premium bonus now, I can take advantage of this while the market's still high, this is a great option for them. So take a look at the Teton bonus 7, 10, and 14. The 7-year product has a 9% bonus. The 10-year product has an 11% bonus, and the 14-year product has a 13% bonus. Already pretty impressive. Now, if you add the Elevation Plus rider, you're adding a 5% bonus to a 13% bonus product. Folks, you can get your clients an 18% premium bonus on their 14-year Teton bonus product. 18% guaranteed to them immediately. If you want to do the 10-year, just because you feel more comfortable with the 10-year product, that's still a 16% bonus on a 10-year chassis. That is really impressive. That's a differentiator for you. That allows you to go into the home and say, listen, I can get you 16% on your money right now if we move to this product, and you're completely shielded from any market drops that'll happen in the coming year. It's a really good story, a really good way to differentiate yourself. Now, I know a lot of folks in here are from Florida, so I wanted to include this because Florida always has a little bit of a rate change, a little rate differentiator. So this is the specific Teton bonus for Florida. And folks, notice if you add the premium bonus product, it's got a 9% premium bonus on the 10-year and a 13% premium bonus on the 14-year. By adding that Elevation Plus rider, it's a 14% bonus on the 10-year and an 18% bonus on the 14-year right there. So just wanted to throw that out there as they do differ a little bit compared to other products. The Teton bonus 10 would have a 14% bonus in the state of Florida, 16% in most other states. But guys, what a story that you have that you're able to tell to your clients. And look, you get more features with that as well. Not only are you getting a larger premium bonus, you're getting a life event withdrawal. You now have 10% free withdrawals with the product. The Teton product at Silac normally has a 5% free withdrawal. Now you're getting them a 10% free withdrawal. Plus, this life event withdrawal gives them an extra 10% free withdrawal for reasons like medical costs, repairs on home, college tuition, employment changes, things like that. If hard times are actually ahead, if a recession is really on the way and you believe that, what a great conversation to have that, hey, now you have 10% free withdrawals, but not only that, you also have a life event withdrawal. If something should happen, you can access an additional 10% free withdrawal one time. And then you even have this first to market caregiver benefit. This is excellent for older clients, provides access to the account value if the owner or owner spouse meets various health conditions. Now, why is that important? Let's say you buy the 10-year product and it's year 5 and you really need the funds for medical expenses. Well, if you try to just withdraw it, you're going to get a surrender charge, right? But if you're able to show that you have a health condition that qualifies for the caregiver benefit, that client can receive their full account value with all gains and everything with no surrender to it. A really cool feature there in the caregiver benefit. I think it just adds a little better conversation, especially for those older clients. Folks, again, and this bonus, I just want to put the screen up here. The ability to have a 13% bonus, or let's even focus on the 10-year product and have an 11% bonus, and the ability to increase that to 16% for a 1% spread per year. By the way, the spread will never take account value backwards. I said I was going to come back to that. The reason that's huge, let's say your annuity only gains 50 basis points that year. Well, if you got the Elevation Plus, it's not going to charge 1%. It's going to charge 50 basis points because it's not going to take the account value backwards. It's just not going to take the account value backwards. So folks, it's great peace of mind with it as well. You're not going to have the account value go backwards because you've added this rider. But if your annuity gains 10% that year from the indexes that were selected, okay, it's going to gain 9% because you're going to take that 1% fee off of it. But what a great feature to be able to have an added bonus, added liquidity, caregiver benefit, lifetime withdrawal benefit, all that good stuff. So again, a big differentiator for you, a great conversation to have. MIGA sales are really high, so premium bonus products are still a great option. And not only that, you know, it used to be that if you got a client a premium bonus, you're not going to have as attractive of indexes. With rates going higher and higher, you still have excellent index options, even though you have a premium bonus product. And I want to go into a couple other options as well with that, because one of the big things that's happening right now is with EQT Life, and they are actually extending their FIA specials right now. They are extending their FIA specials. So you have really high bonuses still available for you. So I want to take a moment here and just keep focusing on these premium bonus products. EQT Life, totally different carrier. They have a 12% premium bonus product there with the market power. And here's what I like about it. You have a 4.5% first year fixed interest account. Folks, if you took your client and put 100% allocation to this 4.5%, you can guarantee your client 16.5% in year one. Here's why I like this product too, though. It's got an 8% S&P 1-year point-to-point cap. Folks, did you realize that the S&P 500 over the past 30 years has done 7%? S&P over the past 30 years has done 7%. Here you have an 8% cap to it, even though you've gotten a 12% premium bonus year one. You even have really good index options like this 2-year Barclays Focus 50 index that has a 200% participation rate. 200% participation rate on the 2-year Barclays Focus 50. If you ask Ashley or Josh, they'll have information on how this index works, exactly what it is. They have an excellent one-pager on the EQT website. Now, this product is a 14-year surrender product, but if you're in any of these states, it's a 10-year surrender product. 10-year surrender product in any of those states, and you still get all these benefits and all these features. You still get a 12% premium bonus. If you can get a 12% premium bonus on a 10-year chassis, that is pretty unique. Folks, the market power is a great one to consider, and when I say they are extending their FIA specials, EQT is paying $500 bonus right now if you use an e-application. And they are paying a 1% bonus commission if you use any of their FIA products. That's something Silac can't say. So you have a 12% premium bonus product here. That's a 14-year surrender, 10-year surrender if you sell in these states. It's got an excellent 1-year point-to-point cap, excellent indexes, and they're paying you 1% commission bonus right now through the end of January. I'll touch on a little bit more of that here in just a moment. Another great product to take a look at, and another great conversation, because there's going to be a time coming up soon where it's IRA season, right? Everybody tries to get their IRA funded by April, by tax time, right? The EQT Market 10 is an excellent product for that. So I just want to focus on this one for just a minute here. This EQT Market 10 is another FIA. Because it's an FIA, it qualifies for the 1% commission special. If you do the e-app, it qualifies for that $500 e-app bonus as well. And on top of that, it's an absolutely excellent product. It offers an 8% premium bonus years 1 through 5. So if you drop in $100,000 in year 1, it gets 8%. If you drop in $3,000 the next year, that gets 8%. You drop in $20,000 the next year, that gets 8%. All the way through the first 5 years, any premium that you drop in gets an 8% premium bonus. It also has a 4.5% 1-year fixed interest account, an 8% cap, 175% Mark V participation rate, which is excellent. The Mark V has been a very popular index across multiple FIA carriers. But here's the thing that makes this product very special: built-in return of premium. Now, I said this is a great product for the IRA market, and that's because it has a $5,000 minimum premium if you are using qualified money. $5,000 minimum premium if you're using qualified money. So if you're making that $6,000, $7,000 IRA contribution, this is an outstanding product for you. It will get that 8% premium bonus. And here's what I love about it: built-in return of premium. Folks, you don't see a lot of products with return of premium. And if any of you are very active in sales, you've run into the client that simply does not like annuities because of those surrender charges. They don't like annuities because they don't want to feel like they're locking their money away. You can eliminate that conversation by showing the Equitrust Market 10. Yeah, you don't get as high a premium bonus as the Market Power that I just showed. And yeah, maybe some of the par rates are a little bit lower, but you're getting that peace of mind that, hey, if I'm in year 6 and I need to get out of this thing, I had a family emergency happen, you can get all your money back that you paid into the plan. What an outstanding tool. And like I said, it still qualifies for all those specials that I was just talking about. I'll touch on those here at the very end as well. One thing I like about Equitrust, though, is that they have a lot of FIA options. You have the market value product. You have the market 7, market 5, market force, market max. This can all seem complicated, but it's really not, I promise. Your market value is a non-bonus 10-year product. It's their best accumulation product by far. Your market 7, same thing, but on a 7-year chassis. Your market 5, same thing, but on a 5-year chassis. I think it's very cool that Equitrust now has a 5-year fixed indexed annuity. And folks, when you compare it to other carriers out there, this 5-year product has excellent rates and caps, but also higher commission than other 5-year FIAs on the market. Ask Bill and Ashley and Josh and RJ about that. They can have a great conversation with you about those commissions. But if you compare the Market 5 to other 5-year products on the market, like the Lincoln OptiBlend 5 or the Global Atlantic 5, you're going to have better comp here and excellent rates and participation rates and caps. Now, your Market Force and Market Max, those are rate buy-up FIAs. Also a really cool option if your client just wants the most participation rate possible, they want the highest caps possible, they can pay a fee of either 1.5% or 1% per year to get those higher par rates and higher caps. The Market Force and Market Max give your clients that option. The Market Force is a 10-year product with a 10% premium bonus too. So just a lot of things to talk about. And again, with all these FIAs, you are getting a 1% additional bonus commission from Equitrust. And you also have that $500 EAP special. So there is something for everyone here. I love that you have that big premium bonus product in the Market Power. You have that IRA product that takes a $5,000 minimum on qualified money with the Market 10 with that return of premium. Then you have your excellent accumulation options there with a 10-year, 7-year, and 5-year option there. And then you also have the Market Force and Market Max for that client who wants to get a little bit more aggressive. Just a full suite of index products that are available. And like I said, there are some excellent incentives going on right now. $500 EAP bonus through 12/31. Up to $4,500 Bridge Bucks cash bonus if you sell their Bridge FIA. Now, I didn't put that one in here because that's an LTC indexed annuity. So it's really got a big focus on long-term care. That's a great product. Definitely ask the folks at Levenson about that one. Notice I have that earn an extra 1% on FIA sales on applications received through the end of January. And of course, premium bonuses are a tick higher right now through the end of January as well. So just some excellent incentives there at Equitrust that can get your clients interested. And of course, if you need those really big bonuses, you can look at SILAC too, because they have that 18% available at the same time. Finally, I want to make mention of this because Equitrust has a Turks and Caicos trip available. They have never done a producer trip before at Equitrust Life. This is the first time they're doing one. We are in the qualification period right now, taking their top 40 producers to Turks and Caicos. And folks, with all those different FIA options, there's no reason why you shouldn't be able to qualify or make a big push with most of your sales to a company like an Equitrust. Since you have a 10-year, 5-year, 7-year, you have big premium bonus products, you have return of premium, you have an LTC annuity available now. Just some really, really good options. Finally, I'll just mention a few other things here because there are some other great annuity incentives happening for you. And these are just a few that I know about. A lot of companies are still rolling out their programs. I know Nassau has their elite program that's coming back. I've seen a few agents qualify for that one, and that's been an excellent program for them. Look at American Equity. Excuse me. Just $1 million of FIA premium gets you an additional 25 basis points. $2 million of FIA premium gets you an additional 50 basis points. That's one of the most lenient programs out there that I have seen, to be honest with you guys. That is a really, really cool program to be able to get an additional quarter with just $1 million of FIA premium. Then they do have a trip to Madrid, Spain, and notice 200 producers can qualify for that one. Equitrust is taking their top 40. This is a 200 producer incentive to Madrid, Spain, over there at American Equity. And then North American's bringing back their EPC program too, and have even added a new ambassador level that's available for very high producers. They really want to be your outfit for very large producers. Remember, North American is an A+ rated carrier. They've really gotten into the income annuity game as well, with that Income Pay Pro product as well as the benefit solutions. So when you see excellent incentives like this, these companies are wanting your business. They get that folks are looking for a place to protect their money because of those possible recession outlooks that you're seeing happen in the news. Simply, I would have that conversation with your clients. I would talk to them about how they feel about next year. I would be very direct with them. I would say, how do you feel about what's going to happen in the market next year? More than likely, they may have a negative outlook on it. And that's where you need to be the person to help protect your clients' money. Get them gains right away with a premium bonus product. Or even, taking a MIGA is not a loss. That's still a great sale. You can still guarantee your clients 6% for 5 years with some companies that are out there. Let them bypass some of this danger that could be coming in the marketplace, get them some guaranteed gains, and then reassess for an FIA sale in 3 or 5 years, depending on what product you sell. Some excellent options out there, folks. I just wanted to share a few incentives, a few of the impressive big bonus products that are getting a lot of attention right now. And hopefully you've had some questions come into Bill that we might be able to answer here. Bill, was there anything I can help answer, any questions that might have come in for you?
Yep, let me check right now. First off, Chris, excellent work as always. We so appreciate you taking the time and diving in. Let me see what came in that we couldn't answer. Andrew, is there anything we didn't get back to that we need Chris on?
Nope, I think Chris got it all. There's a couple agents that are ready to get started with us, so we will make sure an annuity representative calls after the webinar today.
Okay, perfect. All right, Chris, thank you again. And just so everyone is aware, too, obviously we have an entire team of 4 here focused just on the annuity side. But if you have a big group training, you need a webinar, whatever it is, and we need to circle back Chris in to whatever meeting for agents, whatever the case is, he's here to help us. So just let us know, okay? Chris, with that said, I want to thank you again for the third time and wish you and your family a happy holiday season. I do want to
Thanks so
jump in.
much
I
for
have
that.
some,
I appreciate it.
of course, anytime. We have some great marketing material that I want to share, as well as some other hot items that are, in fact, that's going on here at the Levenson home office. I want to touch on before we put a bow on this, and then we have our question of the day as well. So, real fast, what I want to do, and I know Andrew mentioned we have some agents that want to get started. If you're very green and you haven't written an annuity app before, remember that there's no question that is a dumb question. It doesn't sound appropriate. We're here to help. Okay. And then we have these MDRT top annuity agents writing millions and millions of dollars every single year with us. We also have something for you, and I think that's important to know. We have over 65 years of combined annuity experience here in-house. Okay, so keep that in the back of your mind. To get started, this is a screenshot of our website. Okay, you just hover over annuities, and then everything will be at your fingertips on the right-hand side, including marketing material, right? We know you have a big book of business, right? P&C, life, annuities, whatever it is. You just have to get the word out, right? Let the consumers know that you now handle annuities, okay? MIGAs, FIAs, whatever the case is, you have to sprinkle your message, and we have a complete library that you can utilize or leverage. We can even co-brand for you, all the above. Okay, so if you just hover over annuities, you'll see everything under client materials, and just let us know if you want us to help you with co-branding. We can add your picture, website, whatever it is for your company that will make your clients aware and know to reach out to you when they have questions. The top right-hand little comment box there, that is our free annuity search engine tool. Let's go to the next slide. This is a big deal. So we pay for this every year, and this allows our agents to make sure that they're doing what's best for their consumers when it comes to certain types of annuities, to make sure the rates are the highest and the riders are the most competitive, and that certain carriers and products do have the riders your client needs. Everything is here. Think of the iPipeline Life Quote engine, just like that, but for the annuity side. So this is complimentary with Levenson as long as you're active. Let's go to the next slide. So real fast, what I want to do is talk about consumer approved resources. This is about spreading the word, okay? Now, we have a number of ways. If you have your own Salesforce, Constant Contact, whatever it is, that's fine. I don't really care. At the end of the day, if you make a new sale, we all win. Okay, so that's a win-win across the board. But for some agents, they need some extra support. So we have the Annuity Agency Automator. This is a landing page, a website, lead capture system, all the above, including a CRM tool. Okay, so think about this. Let's just say, for example, you have 100 clients or 1,000 people in your network, right? You want to sprinkle an email out every week or every other week, or send out a newsletter once a month. Everything is already built in for you. You just pick and choose whatever you want to send out for that week or month, and everything is done through Agency Automator, the annuity version. Okay, and this is basically free. Okay, there's a $10 a month hosting charge, and then the package starts at like $49 a month. And that allows you to send out these emails to a minimum of 1,000 people in your network. Plus, think about this. We have a consumer database that you can leverage that's built into this, where you can go in and get credits and say, okay, I want to market to, let's say, a household income of at least 100,000 to people ages 40 to 55 in the 33067 zip code. The system spits out everyone that falls into that criteria. So then you can build a marketing campaign around that group of people. You'll have names, numbers, addresses, emails to go out and market to, or have your assistant call on or mail, or all the above. Okay, that's how you need to grow the annuity part of your business in 2024. And we have all the tools to help you do this. Okay, it's unbelievable. Once you see everything work, like the big picture in motion, you're going to love this because it's never been offered before. okay, especially through an IMO. All right, let's keep moving forward. What I want to do next, and by the way, you can do this at any time, okay? My promise to you all was every single week, I'm going to go on Facebook, I'm going to go on Instagram, TikTok, even YouTube, and I'm going to find the top performing posts for whatever webinar we are hosting for that week to give you all some examples, right? To show you, you don't have to reinvent the wheel, you just change a few spokes, okay? And I want you to go into the Facebook search engine or Instagram search engine, put in if it's indexed universal life or MIGAs or FIAs, okay? And you can, in fact, you can click the recent button or the top post button, and it will show you the top performing posts for that topic for that week or month or year. It's so easy, okay? So here, we're showing you some samples. Top left-hand side, this was indexed annuities. What are the top 5 benefits of annuities? Does that seem like rocket science? Okay, that's a stock photo in the back. No, that gained 61 comments and hundreds of likes. And every comment is potentially a new lead that you should be DMing, okay? Direct message or personal message, just to say, hey, you clicked on my post. I want to see if I can help you. Is tomorrow at 2 p.m. good for a phone call? Okay, you know how to do this, but you actually have to put the wheels in motion, okay, and start doing it. Okay, on the right hand side, this was an agency. This one had like 20 comments, which is still great, by the way. Point of view, you just checked your 401k and you're losing hard earned money, right? And then there's a paragraph under it that talks about annuities and solutions, okay? With your name, picture, and guess what? Every comment you need to DM to reach out back to them. Say, hey, you clicked on my post. I want to tell you more. You know how to do this, folks. Okay? All these are doing is educating the consumer. That's it. Let's go to the next one. Okay? How does taking money from my annuity or life insurance policy affect my Social Security? Again, it's on people's minds. All you're doing is educating, and then the answers are below. Right hand side, how are you going to maintain income during your retirement? This opens doors and questions. It sparks new activity. That's where you come in and tell your story. We know how this works. It's not rocket science, but you got to do it. Okay, my suggestion is at least once a week, pick a different product, rider. Okay, go through our 101 training platform, learn the basics, and then start marketing these different concepts every week, every month, whatever it is. If you get one comment, great. It's okay. That's one more potential client than you had yesterday, and this is all free. Okay, just taking a little time to get it posted, which you can have your grandson or nephew or assistant or whoever helping you put all this together. Let's go to the next slide here real fast. And by the way, I challenge you all when we're done, open your Facebook app, open Instagram. If you don't have an account, set it up now, okay? Because if you don't have accounts with social media, you're riding the horse in reverse around New York City in 2023, which shouldn't be happening, okay? You need to get into this new world here, like it or not. This is where the bodies are. This is where eyeballs are, which means this is where you need to be, right? Top of mind. We know how this works. Anyway, this is a free training tool. It's my podcast, The Bill Levenson Experience. Here's what's so cool about this. Number one, Coach Chris, okay, we did, in fact, 2 episodes that are on the channel. Okay, every single month I launch a new episode. It's a free training tool. It's available on all your favorite podcast channels, including YouTube. I want you to check this out if you haven't yet. We have some industry professionals, gurus. We have the Forbes 400, Jeff Levitetz. We have professional athletes. The best life coach in the U.S., Joe Ross, is a beast. These are people you can learn from, okay? To not jump in and walk away with nuggets. Again, you're on that horse in reverse. It's crazy. You're saying you want to grow your business. It's a new year, right? Put the action plan together, write down these ideas, and start doing these things. If not, it's just cheap words, right? If I'm sitting here talking for an hour about all these great ideas and you got to do this and that, but then you go on the Bill Levenson Experience podcast and I have maybe two guest speakers that are just somebody that I know from a marketing class or high school or whatever, then they're cheap words and there's no action behind what I'm saying. There's no meaning. So my point is you have to make sure that you're not just walking the walk, you're talking the talk. You're making these things happen. And the only way that's going to happen is if you put your right foot on the gas and try to do these things. Start posting weekly. You got to be consistent and persistent every single day on the gas. Create your own YouTube channel. Create your own podcast. Okay? You don't have to do it every week. Do it every month. It's free. Okay? Yes, to get on some of these platforms, it'll cost you maybe $100, $200 a month. Okay, but you can start for free on YouTube. There's no excuse. Okay, let's keep moving. Enough of my ranting. My last slide here in our giveaway for the holidays. It's right before 4 p.m. Eastern Time. I want to talk about our trainings and then question of the day. So you got to get the wheels in motion. We know this, right? We know what we have to do. Now we just have to do it. I wanted to share these 3 live webinars that are going to talk about new products, new carrier launches, okay? Everything that you need to know, okay? So all the words, all the training, all the nuggets, and now you just have to put that right foot on the gas. On the bottom, Citizens Life came out with a new guaranteed issue product. Talk about filling a niche on the life side. They will give you guaranteed issue from ages 0 to 85. Unheard of. We are launching the carrier and products on the 3rd of January, around the corner. Okay? Then just below that, we spoke about the Levenson 101 annuity platform training system that's free. Okay? We are rolling out the part 2 on Friday the 5th, 1 p.m. Eastern. Also make a note, moving forward, most of our webinars in the new year are going to start at 1 or 2 p.m. Eastern Time, a little bit earlier than usual, okay? The last one there on the bottom, that one we set up a few months back. That's why it's 3 p.m., but that's where we bring in Ken French, who's our social media guru, okay, and website design guru. He's going to help with the life and annuity side. I look at him like a Coach Chris, but on the social media and website side, he's the equivalent, okay? Ken, he's going to jump in live on the 25th at 3 p.m. Let's move to our final and last slide. We'll wrap this up. I also want to say this is our last live webinar before the Christmas holiday break here. So I want to wish every one of you a happy holiday season, a very Merry Christmas. If you celebrate Christmas, enjoy this time with your family. Start to think about how you're going to come up with creative new marketing ideas for the new year. What are you going to do different, right? If you don't do anything different, you're going to get the same results. And then you're going to have the same outcome, right, as the prior years, which I don't think you want. I think all of us, including myself, want to increase our business, right? Bigger and better is the motto. So change the way you've done things in the past to have a different outcome in the future. Not rocket science, folks. This is my Positive Tuesday quote. If you notice, I started this 7 years ago. I haven't missed a Tuesday quote since I started it. Every single week. Okay? Proof in the pudding. We don't get to choose life's changes. We get to choose how they change us. Boy, is that so true. You control the destiny. It's all up to you at the end of the day, right? I also want to talk about something real fast that's extremely important. It's holiday time. You need to reach out to your friends, your clients, your network, neighbors, all the above. Wish them a happy holiday season, okay? And there's nothing wrong with bringing up what you do. You're not just a life agent. You handle all life and annuities and supplemental insurance products, okay? Sprinkle that message out. There's no perfect time. We have handouts, prospecting books that you can literally hand out to these consumers as a holiday gift. It tees up the appointment, the annuity or IUL appointment for you. No more excuses, folks. Question of the day. I hope you were paying attention. I hope you win the Apple iWatch, and I'm going to give you one of those prospecting books on us. Okay. Make sure your little fingers are on the keyboard. You got to be fast and you got to be correct. My question is, how many core annuity carriers does Levenson offer to our agents? How many core annuity carriers do we have IMO direct contracts with? You tell me the number. I discussed it earlier, and you win the Apple iWatch just in time for the Christmas break here. Andrew's going to tell us who was first and who was correct. Andrew, winner of the day.
Okay, the winner is Maria C. Maria C.
Maria C. It was 36 direct annuity carriers. With that said, again, happy holidays, a happy new year, happy holiday season, all the above. Get the word out, okay? Take these nuggets and run. Great selling. Thank you again, everyone.